Hi, I'm live. It's Wednesday night. I hope this goes good. I almost the book club at my church meets Wednesday night, but I'm like, I really need to go live, so I guess I'm not going to book club. But let me light the candle. I was looking at my other live. So my live on not this week, but the week before, my Monday night live got to like twice as many. It's at like 126 now. And I really don't know what I did different. So I think maybe it was just a blessing, and maybe it was because a lot of friends that I have all over the world popped in. So hi, Betty. Hi, Betty. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but it started off slow and it started to grow. That's like that. That's like that book, the Grinch book. It started out slow and it started to grow. And like my friend David's Cafe from the UK popped in, and then my friend in Australia popped in, and I'm trying to think what else. But I just shared, and I was like, I looked at it because I don't know. And I'm like, I'm just going to pray. I don't really know what happened there, but thank you. I thanked y'all and thank God that life went well for some reason. And I did need I needed a pick me up because I was down because of what had happened on the weekend. How are you, Betty? I'm going to light my candle. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And I've debated on doing a different devotional because the devotional doesn't get like so many views, but I'm still staying with that one. I think because I think I started in December. So I'll be done with going through most all of that in December. And then I probably will start on another one or do read a different Devo every day. Hey, do you get candles? I was watching this thing about it was on a minimalist, I think, page or a YouTube. And she did things I'm not buying anymore. And she said, candles, it's just burning away money. It's like burning money. And I'm like, oh, but I love candles. And it's funny, when I downsized in Georgia, I didn't really realize how many collections of things I have. Like I used to always light this candle. I might go back when that one runs out. The owl. I had a collection of owls. I had a collection of candles, and it's like, since I downsized and I fit everything again in my car when I came to Denver, but I've sort of reverted to the same things, to collecting the same things, and my collections, inevitably when I'm See, this is my, can you see my, let me go over here. Can you see my, some of these are journals, but can you see my pile of books? And then, there's more over here. There's more on this bookshelf my son left here. So I inevitably end up collecting things I collected before. It's just things I like. I end up collecting. And this book I had donated. I bought another one of it. The one I read, the William Barclay's Daily Celebration. So I think I might make a couple. Oh, I don't know. You have battery candles. That's good. Yeah, I had some of those. I'm forgetful too. And you know what? Like when I locked myself out of my RV in Georgia in 2021, I had a candle burning. And it's like, I didn't call the police because it's like they only do that, help you when you lock yourself out of a car, or if a dog, if a child, or if it's an emergency, if a child is locked in there, or if a dog is locked in there, that's supposed to be the only time they help you. So that's why I didn't call the cops to help me get into my RV. And I just end up spending the night in Jarhead and Ginger's Journey. And it ended up, I knew Allison from when I lived in Georgia before, like 20 years before. It was insane. Like I hadn't seen her in forever. Like I hadn't seen her recently, but they helped. They let me sleep in their RV. Let me share their link if you're interested. I don't really, I mean, I've subscribed to their channel, but I really don't ever. That's weird. Report search. That was, why did that say that? That's weird. But yeah, they're the ones that helped me. And I have a, but I had a candle burning in there and I didn't even remember that. And it was fun. It was like a new candle, and I had just gotten it in Branson at I got it at what's that place called? We get alcohol. We went to a whiskey place. That's not what it's called, but I can't remember what it's called. And I ended up giving my some whiskey to Jarhead and Ginger's Journey for helping me. And yeah, and I had a candle that was from that place in Branson, and I had lit it, and it was raining, and I went outside to get my bucket. My door wasn't supposed to lock. It was a a lot of people, it was annoying because a lot of people kept saying like, oh, like I do that all the time, and it was like, it wasn't my mistake. I'm sorry. But not to be like cocky, like I don't ever make that mistake, but this time it wasn't my mistake. It was a malfunction of the lock. And because it's the I need to put my cord in, plug my cord in. The RV doors are not supposed to lock unless you lock them, So it was like a little bit turned, I guess. And I remember thinking afterwards, I was like, Oh, because I remember kind of noticing it, but just not thinking anything of it. Like it's not gonna, like I didn't think it was gonna do. I didn't think it was gonna lock me out. Um, so it was stressful to say the least, and I didn't think I should have gone down to Georgia yet. It was too soon. That's what I think. Yeah, I didn't want to break it, and I was desperate to get back in there, but call a locksmith the next day. It was raining, and thankfully, Jared and Ginger's Journey well, at that time they have a different rig now. They have a smaller rig now, but they had a Grand Design, and they had a little sofa that I slept on. Oh, I didn't sleep very well, but anyways, that's another story. Um, I I called my ex because I was in Georgia right by his house, my old house, and that was the only number I could remember. I left my phone in the rig and everything. I thankfully I had flip flops on. It was October. It wasn't cold in Georgia. I had flip flops on. I had, I think it, I didn't have my pajamas on, but I had just a shirt. I think I just had some like workout clothes on, like a t-shirt, because I wear it all the time. It's like you can see a lot of I have a black tank top. I always work out in a black tank top and like workout pants, you know, and so comfortable clothes. So I just tried to go to sleep on their sofa and waited till morning to call a locksmith. And he got in through the side door. He tried to get in from the driver's side with a hanger, but he couldn't work it. And when my ex came, he couldn't get in. And he's always very handy with stuff, and that's why I called him. And but it was already pretty late when I got locked out too, because it was like 9, 10 o'clock. And and it was pretty late when my ex came by, and he couldn't get in there, and he was drunk. So it was stupid, but I shouldn't have been there in the first place. And it's like, so I titled this one, yeah, when I haven't played my flute yet. Let me play my flute because it calms me down. How about that? For me, like I read you guys devotions for me, and I play my flute. It's really for me, but I play it for you. Anyways. So yeah, let me share with you let me share with you that. Let me drop that video about that. Let me see if I can find it. So yeah, I don't know why last week's Monday live did so much better than my other lives, but anyways, I'm just gonna go on and have fun. the thing about this job, you guys, is I like this job better than my lifeguarding job. It's what I feel like I'm called to do, But and hopefully eventually, I'll get monetized and I can make a little money doing this. And I say my poems, and I want to get my next book published. So let me see. I think I need to search for it. Let me do, I got lost. I did that a lot of times. Let me see. I got locked out. Yep. Here it is. I'll share this. It was right after I came back to God, and then I got locked out. Okay. So how is everybody doing? Yeah. Irish music. Yeah, I need to learn some more songs, and I have this bucket list thing I want to do, and that's like be a street musician. I want to try being a street musician. Hi, Bren. How are you? I need to make my list. Wait, let me make my list. I have a new journal. I got this one at the Josh Wilson concert. It's leather. It's not very, I will go through this because it's just like that. I will go through that. Hi, Mary. How are you? I will go through this journal really fast. But let me make my list. So Betty came in first. Pre-retirement days. Then Glenn. Then Bren. And Mary. Yeah, so yeah, I found out. So that's a funny story. This man at church always talks about being Irish, and he's from St. Louis too. I was like, I lived in St. Louis. I don't really know St. Louis that well though, because I was really only there. I wasn't there that much. That's just where I was based when I was traveling in my RV mostly. But I would go back to watch Blue for Gladys. And then the 6 months before, when I decided to sell my RV, 7 months, I guess, from when I was taking my break, when I was stressed and all that, from October, yeah, that's when I was done. When I went to Georgia and everything went wrong, and I locked myself out of my RV, and things didn't go well when I tried to. I did see my oldest two children, but things didn't go well, and I was just like, I should have waited. I was in a rush. So I did title this like, have you ever been impatient? Yeah, I rush too many things, and it's just like, I need to chill. I need to chill. I need to chill. And it's really, I'm getting better. Let's say that. Let's be positive here. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. But, so yeah, I went to Georgia and everything went wrong, and I'm like, I'm done. Then I went up to Chattanooga. I went to Raccoon Mountain. I was thinking of making some coffee. Like, I don't need coffee, do I? Does Red need coffee? I want coffee. I have tea here though. So, but my raccoon cup, you guys have seen my raccoon cup. That's where I got it, Raccoon Mountain in Chattanooga. I went to Chattanooga, and then the last place I went in my RV was, besides the storage I took it to in St. Louis, the last place I went in my RV was Graceland. I went to Graceland RV Park. Yep, that's where I went. Then I went back to St. Louis, and I sat there. I was like trying to figure out what I was going to do. And then, oh my goodness. And then, oh my goodness. You guys, I was already stressed. Yeah, I was definitely already stressed. I was already stressed. Did I tell you this before? I didn't tell you this before. I was already stressed when the bully started his BS. I was already stressed. And that's why when he started his BS, I was just like, I need a break. I need a break. So yeah, I'll show you. So I'll tell you a story, and then you can go back and watch the. Did I share the video? I didn't share the video. Let me share it. Locked out. Okay. And then, so I was already stressed from my trip. It's doing that weird thing it did the other day. Okay, fine. An error occurred. It keeps trying to post it twice on Facebook. I don't know why. And then it says an error occurred. Weird. Okay. All right, StreamYard, whatever. So I'll show you another video. Let me see here. So yeah, so I decided to kind of take a break and sit there in St. Louis. And I sat there for 7 months, and I was just like, I toyed with the idea of going to the RTR because I hadn't gone in 2021 because my sister-in-law had just passed, and I was just like, Los Angeles is just like 3 or so hours, like maybe 3.5, I don't know, 3 hours from courtside. But I didn't go, and so I was toying with going in 2022. But then this bully thing came up with the bullies, and I'm like, I don't want to go see these people, and I'm like, forget it, I don't want to go. So I didn't go. And then in May, I sold my RV. Let me see if I can. Well, let me share this short one. The start of my RV journey. This is one that Google Photos just made for me. When I started out in my RV. Oh, wow. I put hashtag pandemic on this video. It only has 85 views though. And so they put something about COVID-19 below it. Cause yeah, I did that in 2020. Oh, no, see, I'm not, no. I yeah, the old me would do stuff like that and might have done stuff like that. I just, like, fools rush in, is what they say. Fools rush in. Yeah, is what these things that I share, like, I'm concerned because of a discussion I had recently with someone about, I'm kind of concerned about sounding bitter or angry because I talk about all these things, but it goes back to why I talk about them, Glenn. And I have changed, like the mad part of me like would have went just to piss them off. Yeah. Would have showed up. And just like there was a wedding I wasn't invited to, and I thought like the old me would just go show up because I should have been invited to that, but the new me is like, no. The new me is much more calm, but more calm. I won't say calm all the time, but more calm. And I was not very calm before, so yeah. Let me see if I can find the video I'm looking for. But I was like I was really stressed. Oh, I'll share this one about because before the bullies started their baloney, it was like a gathering storm. It's like I could see it coming actually. So because it didn't start with the guy who actually made the video. It started with the guy I was crushing on, the YouTuber I was crushing on. And we sort of had like a falling out. Kind of. He how mean is this? Okay. I'll tell you. Not that I'm not forgiving, but whatever. I really, it's neither here nor there. You can't really judge whether someone else has forgiven someone or not. But they sang to me on their live, and it was just really mean because he knew how I felt about him, and he sang that Little Red Riding Hood song, which I joked with him about singing to me. I'm like, when I get monetized, you have to sing me this song. And it's Hey There Little Red Riding Hood. And I wasn't monetized. And I felt like his reasoning for doing it was just to humiliate me. And he took the live down too. So I don't even have proof that he did it. And he did that. And it was just so mean. It was so mean. And I took it the wrong way at first. I was like, there's my reminder. So after he did his first video, I had made a video already that I was going to take a break because I was thinking about it. And then I decided to really do it because after they did all that, I was just like, ugh. Car dealer just interrupted. Okay. Have fun with that. You don't have to tell us whatever all that's going on with you over there right now, Mary, but thanks. So this is the video I made at Warriors Path. I made it and then I didn't post it. I made it and I didn't post it. And then after he made the first video, and the first video was up for 2 years. So it was just, I was like astonished. I was looking at my 2023 journal. And because I from time to time would go over there and see like how many views does the video about me have now? And it got up to like 680 something views, and it was just taken down. The first one was taken down in like around March, April, because it was like March 2023, and I said I have a name for him that I won't say here that I would write in my journal. His videos and the second one they took down right away, which was good, which I was thankful for. But then and it was in January, that was in November 2021. Right after October was when I went on my last trip in my RV. And I was just stressed. I was trying to help out a friend, handicapped friend in Tennessee that I used to go live with all the time. But I really felt like, I was kind of being used, and I was just kind of exhausted from that. And I was just like, what am I doing? And then going to Georgia and just having a miserable time. And I'm like, why am I doing this? Why I thought I was doing this for me, for my healing. And I'm just going around helping. I just wore myself out from my codependency. And here, let me help you. Here, let me help you. And then I went to see, again, friends that it wasn't really her, but it's a channel that's based in, you can see I have a live with them. I won't drop the link, but I will say it was Joy Beth's Life. I think it's called something else now. But I went to see them, and she had I was like helping her out because we went to Dollywood. We couldn't go on anything because she was had a problem with her foot, and she was on a so it was like I was helping out another handicapped person. I was just helping out all these And when I was in the church, I was like, I did realize that my gift is mercy. And, I like to help people out. But it was out of balance. It was really out of balance. And really from my lack, my lack of self-esteem, thinking that I need to just help everybody so I feel like a good person. I wasn't, you know, I was still healing, still learning. But yeah. So I was burnt out. I was basically burnt out. I was burnt out already when the bullying, with the videos on YouTube, because in a sense, that guy, when he did the video singing to me, that is like so mean. Like, think about it. If someone's, I did have like, I've had, well, I had more than one, but I had certain men coming in here and sometimes right off the bat, they'll say something inappropriate and I'll just block them. One kid said, I'm gonna, and I was just like, I had a moderator here. I was like, Anthony, like, you're not, like, I'm like, go away, dude. Like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not going to marry you one day. What the heck? I don't even freaking know you. But I would never do something like that. Like, it was leading me on, basically. Hey, do you listen to my friend Nomadic Rat Pack started it as like a joke, kind of funny, and he's gay, so he was just joking. He was just joking around. So yeah. So yeah, I just took a break, and so that's why for 7 months I was sitting in St. Louis from 2021 till 2022, and then I came here. And so I kind of feel like I'm in a similar spot right now. And God's kind of saying, like, just chill. And it's like, and it's hard. And it's like, and I really haven't started back writing like I should. And so I was reading this thing yesterday, which was good. I was reading this article about changing what was it called? Something about changing your habits and doing something for 30 days. Oh, the original article was about getting up earlier. And it was about, and then he referred to this guy that has a blog about like changing your habits, and he would do it by trying something for 30 days. Like, he went vegan, and then he decided to keep doing that. And then he tried another diet, though. He tried a couple of different diets for 30 days and then didn't stick with those. But getting up earlier, just stuff like that. And you try it for 30 days. And he did a thing where he exercised every day for at least 25 minutes. Yeah, when I get to the point, everything was pushing my triggers. And two, it got me to the point where I went back to God. It's like, I can't do this without God. My anxiety was just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And yeah, it's not like I have writer's block. I never have writer's block. I'm always writing. I mean, I'm always writing, but as far as like buckling down and editing my read poems, I keep putting it off. And a part of it too, I know, is the negative experience with page publishing and, my fear of failure and all of that. And so, yeah. But let me say a poem for you because I'm 40 minutes in and I haven't said a poem yet. Oh, speaking of the books, let me say the one about the books. I had all these books. But I think I might say the one about my because I mentioned before about my cousin, and I wrote this poem. It took me a long while. I didn't share it with anybody at first because it was so raw, and I wrote it from the perspective of my cousin's daughter. It's called "Mommy, Mommy, Where Are You?" because my cousin died in a tragic accident in 2007, and her daughter was only like 9. The quote I put before this is from Peter Marshall. Those we love are with the Lord, and the Lord has promised to be with us. If they are with him and he is with us, they cannot be very far away. This is called Mommy, Mommy, Where Are You? Mommy, Mommy, where are you? You said I love you, dropped me off at school. I love you too, see you later. I didn't know it would be so long. I came home, but you were gone. Daddy tucked me in that night. He kissed me and turned out the light. I heard him crying, I never knew. Mommy, Mommy, where are you? My puppy came and licked my tears. I dreamed that night of all the years. You read to me and fixed me food. You took me to the park and we flew a kite. I saw you now, all dressed in white. This new place is some fun, you said. Someday you'll really like to come. You're beautiful, Mommy, I always knew, but now your radiance sparkles through. Like the jewels on your princess crown. I couldn't make you come back down. That'd be mean, I know. And you never want to go. You said, I'll be in the springbird song and in the morning's bright new dawn. Look around me and you'll find I'm with you always, all the time. I don't have to cry, ollie ollie oxen free. I found you, Mommy, you're here with me. It's hard, like, to read that without crying. So, and it's one about me and my mom. This one's called The Way. Oh, I know. I was thinking of one I wanted to read you from my new book of poetry. So I read right from this, and I have a external hard drive that had this book on it, and then it got damaged. And I'm wondering, it had a lot of stuff on it. I was trying to get it fixed when I was in, that's another thing I did when I was in St. Louis. So I was behind on my taxes. And okay. I was behind on my taxes and I hadn't done my taxes because my ex would do our taxes jointly because it would be better. And he would do our taxes jointly and he would do the taxes. And he had done them 2017. And so in 2022, I needed to do 2018, that's when we got divorced, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. I had to do 4 years of taxes. So that's what else I did when I was sitting in St. Louis. I was at like 495. I think I started to tell the story before, but I didn't tell the whole thing. And I prayed for God, could you get me to 500? Because I wanted a community tab. And because they didn't used to give you the community tab until you got to 500. And then on Christmas was on a Saturday, and Glorious Life on Wheels, Carol, went live on Saturday. And she invited me up to say a poem. And then they dropped my link. I think that was when I was a moderator then. Yeah, I was a moderator for her channel for a while. And I was a moderator then. So she had me up to say a poem, and then I got to 500 on Christmas. And then by New Year's, I got the community tab because I wasn't even to 500. So, and I got so many, and this is why the bullies decided to do the second video, because I think they were mad because my channel was just growing, and I got like 17,000 views in 1 month because of the bullies video. So it was backfiring on them, and I think that's why they were mad. And then him and his ex and they were following me around from live to live. It was just so stressful. It was so stressful. And they just kicked me out of the community, you know? It was just so stressful. And so that's why I took a step back, and then I started going live once a month. I did that live too, and it got so many. And it's my most viewed live. It's even more than the live with Carol, Glorious Life on Wheels, is my second most viewed live. But the live I did in December 2021 after the bully is my most viewed live. I shared it before. I'll share it again. But if you go to my lives and click on popular, it comes up, will this be Red's farewell live? And all those people, and even those people there, some of them, you had to let them go too, because they sided with the bully. I mean, this one person in this video with me, she's in the people, if you go back, like, I don't say the names of any of these people, but if you can easily find out. But not that it really matters. But all of them are like, they're not going live anymore. They're like, their channels aren't growing anymore. They're not really doing much anymore. So most all of them are just, I mean, some of them got monetized, but if you don't like grow a lot, you don't really make a whole mess, you know. Like the bully that I just recently, last November, got her to take down her video because the bully had taken down both of his videos, his 2 videos, but she hadn't taken down her one. She's like, oh, thank you for getting me those pennies, you know. And it's just like big whoop-de-doo. Yeah. Good, I got you your pennies. How sad that you have to get your pennies from bashing somebody and lying about them, you know? Oh, the wind is blowing out there today. Yeah, they made me mad. They really made me mad. What was most hurtful, though, was the people that I thought were my friends and then siding with them. And then I had to break it off with this one friend that's in this video. Because afterwards, she was one of the ones, she was the second one that said, but you should turn, you know, after this whole, like, she's doing this whole video on my live. Oh, and she went live after me. And that's why, like, she waited for that. I went over to her live and she said, but you should turn the other cheek, Red. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't know what I said to her, but I was just like, wow, I thought you were my friend. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to slap you. You going to turn the other cheek? Bye, Felicia. You are not my friend. I mean, because here I was like getting bullied and I felt horrible and these people are all getting onto me. And then people are telling me I'm responding to it wrongly. It's like you're wrong for how you're acting and you're not turning the other cheek and you're not being Christian. And I'm just like, I didn't ever say what I really wanted to say. Because this is what I've had the most trouble with since I came back to God. I started cussing, and that's the only thing really. Like, I don't really have a problem with the drinking. Like, I started drinking just because of the social thing, because they were drinking, and everybody drinks, and I knew I couldn't drink very much, but that's not a thing with me. Food is a thing with me. Give me some brownies, give me some ice cream. That's my thing. You can kind of tell. Food is my thing, and I have a problem with my mouth, obviously. I have a blog post. I'll drop that blog post. I have a blog post about me and my big mouth. And that was the problem too, and especially in writing. But I wrote the blog post. It was funny because it was kind of a test. I wrote the blog post where I joked, where I made that joke to test them, because I was like, they're following me around. Like, what else are they? Because I didn't have a community tab then. And I didn't post my blog on my community tab, and I hadn't hardly even been writing that much. And I was like, how much are they stalking me? And so I kind of posted the blog post as a test. Hey, above always. Hello. Yes, snacks. I love snacks. And I grilled some steak and some salmon today. It was yummy. Yeah. There are times when you turn the other cheek, but not with a bully. Not if you want to continue to be bullied. And that really was part of my problem, was those teachings and having them out of balance, because like, give to whoever asks of you. And that's what I was like, here's a handicapped person, here's a handicapped person, here's a handicapped person. I got to help them. I got to help them. I got to help them. Here's a homeless person. I would help out homeless persons. I would, So how are you? I'm looking at something. Oh, you played the flute back in school? Cool. I watched Queer Eye last night, and it was about a lady that played the clarinet. Oh, she was really good. And she was a street musician. It was really good. It was a good one. So This thing I read today in this managing your emotions is on patience. And she talks about how the Israelites made the golden calf because they were impatient. When the people saw that Moses was long in coming down from the mountain, they gathered around Aaron and said, "Come, make us gods who will go before us. As this fellow Moses who brought us up out of Egypt, we don't know what's happened to him." And this was very good. One of the best ways, she says, to be patient is to keep your mind focused on what you're currently doing. So I've been trying to do that lately because I keep on being stuck in the past and stuck in the future. And it's not good. I need to focus on right now. Right now. Don't be so focused on the destination that you fail to enjoy the journey. We live in a fast-paced society where everything moves quickly and we can easily get caught up in the cycle of hurrying. But this is not good for us because it often puts us on edge emotionally. The slightest imposition or inconvenience can cause us to explode in frustration or anger. God has a perfect timing for all things and he will not be rushed, so settle down and enjoy the wait. God, I repent for the times I let feelings of impatience control my attitudes. Help me stay calm and patient as I wait on you and your perfect timing. This was so good. This was so good for me to read today. I am looking at my list. I just been right. I say I've not been working on my book of poetry, but I've been writing a lot. I just filled up this journal in less than a month. And on to the next one. I'm gonna have to buy another one. I'm gonna have to buy new pens because my pens are Christina. I wrote it down. Oh, Valentina! You're up. It's late. I keep on saying we need to just set a time when you're gonna call me, okay? Let's set up a time. When are you free? How are you? How is your mom? How is your father-in-law? Valentina and I need to catch up. Yes, we were going to, and I hope my phone hasn't like offloaded it again. Because I don't use it. I don't use the WhatsApp. I still have it. I still have it. I still have the WhatsApp. They're sending me chats. Yes. So yeah, I'm talking about patience and you to the mountains with your mom. That's nice. That's nice. I need to go to the mountains. Yep. I think I'm probably gonna see. I'm not here I go saying again. Here I go getting ahead of myself. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going in 6 months actually. I'm letting God decide. I don't know yet. So let me make my prayer list. I am so glad you are all here. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited Valentina's here. 2006 or 2026. Are they going to have the Winter Olympics here in 2026? Wait, no, the what Olympics are every 4 years, right? They should. They should always have the Winter Olympics here. So do they have the winter? Do they have the Winter Olympics this winter then? It makes sense. They're going to be in. Is anybody watching the Olympics? 2026. Oh. Oh, so they're going to be in France again. They're going to be okay. Yeah, is anybody watching them? I'm not watching them. Well, I watched it for like a few seconds today. I was looking at the thing on Google and I was like, what the heck is that? And it was the rock climbing thing. So, yeah, my friend at church is going to Paris, going to London, and then Paris right when they're ending. So no, I don't plan on going. Oh, it was in 2006. They were in Turin. Oh. Yeah, I haven't watched that much of it either, except for today. I watched a few seconds of rock climbing. I'm like, that's interesting. I wonder when that was added in because that didn't used to be in it. Yeah, it looks like it's in France also. Chamonix Winter Olympics. Oh wait, no, that's past. Oh, okay. It is going to be in Italy. Okay. Cortina di Ampezio, Milan. I went to Milan. Well, I was at the airport, actually. Oh, okay. I don't know when I'll get back there to Italy, Valentina, but it's not going to be. It was going to be 2025, right? 2026. Didn't they used to be every 4 years? So now they're having them every 2 years? Didn't they used to be every 4 years, or am I dreaming that? Milan has winter. It was sure hot when I went to see Valentina. So last July I was in Turin at Valentina's. she like rescued me from she rescued me from Portugal because everything was going wrong. Um, okay, they split it up summer then winter every 2 years. I'm not really like big into it. So in 1984, when they had the Summer Olympics in Los Angeles, I hear they're going to have them there again. Um, it was where I used to ride horses that they had the equestrian thing in Handsome Dam. Oh, it's late. Thank you for coming in, Valentina. We should talk. I always think of it on the weekend. So, um, I can send you a message on WhatsApp and maybe we can just set it up whenever you have time. Because I know you work during the week. But just like we'll talk. We'll talk soon. Good night. Thank you for coming in. You'll be my lucky visitor. Like I said, I don't know why that live went twice as many because I usually get like 60 and it went up to 125, so it's like twice as many views as my normal lives get, right? And so one of the things I could figure as I watched it was that David's Cafe came in from UK and my friend Sam from Australia came in. So I think you'll be my lucky visitor and get my live more views. So thank you. Good night, Valentina. You'll be my lucky visitor. My lucky international visitor. But yeah, Valentina's great. And she was just like, I went live from Portugal, Lisbon, and I was just crying about my woes. That I got in an Uber from the airport and was a 15-minute Uber. And I lie down, went to sleep, get up, and my Uber's still charging me like 100 euros. And that was like the beginning of and just like, oh goodness. Part of it was my fault. I didn't have a little adapter thing, but I was talking about my woes on my live, and Valentina's like, come to Italy. My mom's at the ocean. You can stay in her house, and I was like, okay. I was like, okay. And I kind of wanted to take the train. Valentina ended up taking me on the train. We went to Florence, from Turin to Florence on the train. I wanted to take the train, but as I looked it up, it was much cheaper to fly. So I flew on this airline, and like, it's like the Airbus. It's like the cheapest. I heard it's like the cheapest. What's it called? Ryanair. It's like the cheapest airline in Europe. Ryanair. And it was really bizarre because they were selling big bottles of liquor. They were selling big bottles of liquor on the plane, and it was pretty interesting. And I'm scared to fly, so like I flew everywhere except for we took the train to Florence. And that was nice, and it was fun. And I'll drop some videos of Italy. So yeah, that was so fun. It was another situation where, like, God worked things out, God worked things out for me. And let me find the short. I'm kind of excited this week that I have so my most top videos usually are my shorts, and it's like I've been wanting I'm gonna do more, but I've been wanting my my videos of my poems or something that I really would like my channel to be more about than just food, you know what I mean? And so I'm excited that What the Bullies Taught Me, one of my What the Bullies Taught Me is my top video this week, this month. I'm not being able to find this short. I need to put it in the search bar. Wait a second. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, you need to put it in the search bar. Italy. Okay. Here it is. Yeah, it was so fun. July, it was so hot. That was one of my splurges with with my dad's mom and dad's money. And here's a longer video. This video is from Valentina's mom's flat. There, so yeah. It was fun. Gone 1 hour and 13 minutes. So it's time to say another poem. Oh, you never go back? You've been to Paris? I almost went to Paris, but I didn't. And yeah, I was thinking about something funny too. You know, like I said, like when somebody is liking me and I really don't feel the same way as them, I try to not lead them on. Like I had this Bolt driver in London who kind of started like crushing on me, and he's like, "You come back to London and I'll drive you to Paris." And he followed me on TikTok, and he messaged me on TikTok, and I was just like, and I'm always like, what do I say? You know, it's like, no, Harry. he had a name that was hard to say, but he went by Harry, and I was like, no, I don't feel that way towards you. You know. So are they rude? And I decided not to go to Paris. I was like, it was just too much. I was too much stressed. I thought about it, but I didn't. And I got a deal on a hotel in Windsor, and I didn't want to go to another place where I didn't speak the language. Valentina was great. It was the worst in Portugal because, the guy said like, "Oh, everybody speaks English and blah 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 blah," and I was like, nobody, yeah. And then the Uber driver pretended to not speak English, and then kept charging me. Um, you were crossing the English Channel on a ferry, then a long ride to Paris. So you had a bad experience in Paris, Glenn? Yeah, well, I was just talking about earlier about how this guy knew that I was crushing on him, and then he's saying to me on his live on YouTube, saying to me on his live on YouTube. It was like insane. But yeah, he finally got the message because I just stopped. I didn't message him anymore. It's like, I don't know. You know how you go to someone's thing if you go to someone's thing on TikTok, like it tells them like who viewed I'm like, I don't even, don't even go look at his, you know, thing. But I think I followed him back though. I think I followed him back. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But anyways, he finally stopped messaging me and stuff. But that was just kind of funny. He was like, "I'll drive you to Paris." And I'm like, "I'm not coming back here anytime soon." But it was interesting. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, that's what I felt. I think I heard something, and I was just like, I'm tired. I ended up just going home early, and then I got somewhat of a refund back from the group I went with. So so that was good. I was gonna drop a link to my blog again. I would have loved to see the Eiffel Tower though and stuff. But maybe another time. I was saying to them at church that like I really wanted to go to Israel, and if I had known what was going to happen at the war, I might have gone to Israel if I had known that. Because like, I don't think it would be wise to go to Israel now. I wouldn't go to Israel right now, but I would love to go there someday. I'd love to go to Australia too. And I still haven't been to Hawaii. Let's see something. I'm trying to find that blog post I was talking about. Me and my big mouth. Oh, it's called an open and shut case. It's a time to speak and a time to be quiet. If I could just get that right. Oh, let me see. It's like I don't know how. An old blog post about my big mouth. Oh, this is annoying because I don't know how to share it on Facebook anymore. It's not giving me a button to push to share, which is really annoying. Okay, never mind. Oh wow, it does it in the whole. Well, I don't know how to share a single post, but I just shared my. If you search the blog for open and shut case, it will come up. I have because I have lots of posts. Yeah. It's hard when you don't want to be, when you're trying not to be rude. But sometimes you have to be rude, like that person that they had a crazy channel name too, like Davy Crotch Kick or something. And so I just had my moderator block that person. So, I know what I was going to do. I was going to read you one from my new book of poems. I know. What's that poem called? I'm trying to think. I don't know what the poem's called, but oh. No. Okay. Ooh. Let me find one. Can't think. There was a certain poem so how many pages is it? 317. So that's how long this poetry book is getting. Very long. And yeah, I need to edit it. I need to finish it. Here's a short one. Hope rising, a hopeful one. Sifting, shifting, my life lifting, up from the mire, hope rising. Like the phoenix and the sun rising, don't listen to Satan, he's lying. I'm on the floor, my tears are drying, I dream of one day flying. Hope for a tree. There is hope for a tree, there is hope in front of me. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but my hope in Jesus is what makes me tick. By my God, I can run and not grow weary. He strengthens me. I must confess, sometimes I am a hot mess, but without him, I'd be a total disaster. Oh, I never said this. Well, I haven't in a while said this one. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Matthew 5:8. I did one based on the that song I said I really loved that I heard at the Albertsons when I was stressed, when I was taking care of my sister-in-law. Keep your eyes open. So whenever there's a song I really love, I usually part of it, a lyric or two, will make its way into one of my poems. So this one is keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open, my love. God has so much for you, Christian, and you're just throwing it away, going on your stubborn way. And that's what I did after I wrote this, so that's bad. When if you keep your focus on me, there's so much that you would see. But where'd you throw your purity? Get it back so you can see. And if you ask, you will receive, and your purity retrieve. There's the fire, there's that spark. You know I'll never let you fall apart. Now keep your eyes open, my love. So 4-letter word. Thank you. My earrings are lollipops. I had the tree ones on, and then I'm like, I haven't worn these in a while. So let me wear the lollipops. This isn't really like a poem, so I've never read it on here, but it is in my book. It's really from one of my blog posts, and it's called You Hypocrite. And I am a hypocrite sometimes, but it's got a lot of scripture in it and stuff, and it's sort of like a dialogue with me and God, and I'll just read it to you, okay? The verse before this one is, and why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye? Matthew 7, verse 3. You hypocrite. So God asks me, who are you? And I said, this was me before I was a goody goody. I'm a Christian. I'm your child. I go to church. I read my Bible. I know a lot of Bible verses. Want to hear one? I'm not a hypocrite. God, who are you? Me. God, I told you I'm a good mother, a good wife. I don't smoke, drink, or chew, or hang with those who do. As Audrey Hepburn said, "I'm a good girl." With a English accent. I'm a good girl. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I should. I'll learn that. My fair lady. And I am not a hypocrite. God, who are you? Me. It's kind of like him asking 3 times, like he asked Peter, "Do you love me?" 3 times. So, God, who are you? Me. Sigh. You know me, Lord. I'm a sinner. Romans 3:23. I am nothing and can do nothing without you. John 15. The good I want to do, I don't, and the things I hate, that's what I do. Help, Lord. Romans 7. I am a hypocrite. Romans 2, verse 1. Nothing can save me but your grace and mercy. Ephesians 2, 8 through 10. God, that's my girl. I know all about you, Susan. Psalm 139. And I love you with an everlasting love. Jeremiah 31, 3. Quit beating yourself up over the past. Romans 8:1. I need to remember that one. Press on. Philippians 3:12. Keep being real. Psalm 51:6. And feeding my sheep. John 21:17. When you admit your weakness, it's then that I can make you strong. 2 Corinthians 12, verse 10. So yeah, I had this book when I was away from, I maybe had one book left. I don't know. I wasn't ordering them. I wasn't giving them. I wasn't saying my poems for anybody. I couldn't even read my own book. I couldn't say my own poems anymore. I was just like Jonah, like running away from God. It just, and it was going downhill too, and I was getting more and more anxious, and then I came back to God. September 7th, 2021. Yeah. I was going to the Need to Breathe and Switchfoot concert. And I'll share Switchfoot. It's the first time I heard, I think it was the first time I heard West Texas Wind. A Need to Breathe song. I got down on my knees and prayed that day. And then I went to this concert with Gladys, which was just crazy that I even heard about it. And I had been going to be in Georgia in September, but then I ended up going in October, which I really shouldn't have gone at all. So, yes, I thank God for his mercy and grace. Yes. Here's the song West Texas Wind by Need to Breathe. And it goes like, I'm running to you like the West Texas wind, singing, God, I need you. Oh, how I need you. God, I need you again. It was just so crazy how it just basically fit in right where I was, just wanting to run back to God instead of continuing to try to run away from him. He was with me wherever I went anyways, It's like, I just felt like, and God is so gracious and good, and he helped me through the selling my house and downsizing and getting out of Georgia. I know he was with me, but I was just like being stubborn and angry. So yeah, I would have freaked out. Betty, I did kind of freak out. No. Thankfully, I didn't outwardly freak out about getting locked out of my RV, but Yeah, I was stressed, definitely. I was definitely stressed. Um, I'm the kind of person I don't want to imposition anybody. And I know like Jarhead and Ginger's journey like felt weird. I felt weird and it was it was awkward. I couldn't really sleep. I take medicine at night usually to help me sleep. Um so yeah. So but yeah. Let's see what else? Um oh here's one that's kind of fun. Um the seven-story house is about the house in Georgia where we lived for 15 years. I lived for 15 years, anyways. He's still in that big house by himself, I guess. I don't know. Might have a girlfriend there. I don't know. But we had fun. It's called the seven-story house. Come and go with me. It's a big, big house where all the kids play. It's the house that built us. We do loud really well. We is spelled WII, like the game, the video game, because my kids would always be playing that. And the other one, Mario Kart on the Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo. But that fit in there. We do loud really well. Hop on pop. Homeschool. Homeschool. Pools, tools, parties, fools, lightning, laughter, conscience clear the morning after. Kids, cribs, coons, and the cat food. Witches, ditches, pull up your britches. Hide and seek, don't you peek. Music, mayhem, magic. Murder in the dark, soccer in the park. What's up, butts up. Don't fall, wall ball. Books, nooks, dirty looks. Dogs, frogs, hollow logs. Trees, fleas, pray on your knees. Games, trains, it's not lame. Camping, glamping, now we're revamping. Super moms, Sundays, suppers, dad's best barbecue. God's here, so have no fear. Love, let go, forgive, forget, have no regret. It will always be, in my memory, a place for friends and family. Oh, and this went really well. And I did this on Amazon, Create a Space, and it was all too easy. It was very easy. And I did give credit to who this who this quote is from, but this is the quote I put before um, this poem called "The Perfect Storm." One year, a large section of tree fell not far from where we had lived for over 22 years. Within minutes, several of us had gathered to grieve the loss. As I stood there, staring in disbelief, this is a quote from Chuck Swindoll. The thought struck me, this happened only minutes ago, but it's been in the process of happening for a long, long time. No tree just suddenly breaks apart. Once we were able to see beneath the thick bark at the break, it was obvious that some kind of killer disease had been at work for years. Chuck Swindoll. The perfect storm. Let the bough break. The dogs are panting and pacing, so I comfort them to return the favor. One time, my daughter's golden retriever, who we often had at our house, she had her own place, but we would watch him when she worked and stuff. So I went to pray. I would go in my closet and I got on my knees to pray. And and it was for one of my children. And the dog came and licked my toes. And it was kind of funny. So I comfort them to return the favor. Lights out, rain pelting, wind blowing. Where's it going? Spirit moving, dove cooing, quiet waiting. Love is patient. Tree free falling, but still living and always giving. That's from the Giving Tree. Remember the Giving Tree? The Giving Tree book, where the codependent tree gives the little boy everything. Remember my mom? We had that book. I mean, and that was my mom, and that was what my mom taught me. Like, give, 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 give. Until the tree was a stump. Remember that book? Does anybody remember that book? Um, who wrote that? That wasn't Silverstein, was it? It's called The Giving Tree. Yeah, Shel Silverstein, the poet, wrote it. Yeah. You don't remember? I remember that one. I don't have it though. So I've been going 2 hours. But I'm running out of stuff. No, I'm not. I actually have a lot of poems, so I can keep going. Treasure in the unexpected. I read that one to you guys recently. Oh, here's the one I was looking for before and didn't. This is kind of a short one, and it's kind of what shall I say? Not very scholarly. Whoever saves one life saves the world entire is a quote from Thomas Keneally Schindler's List. And I wrote this when I was, or when I just gotten out of being in a bad depression. I want to read, I want to write, I want to live, I want to fight, I want to laugh, I want to cry, I want to help, I want to die. But not before I read and write and run and fight and laugh and cry, because if I can help just one eternal life, it will be worth a world of strife. Here's one that's all about fire, and there's a couple of different songs in here. See if you can recognize them. I put the quote from Revelation 1, verse 14, and his eyes were like flame of fire. Red's followers are called flames. His eyes were like a flame of fire. Light me up. Still a fire burns, lighting up the room. That's from a Darlene. What's her name? Can't remember her whole name. That's from a song, though. When you feel my heat, look into my eyes. That's from Imagine Dragons. I will not bow. That's from a Rebecca St. James song. It's from the book of Daniel, too. I will not bow. Set me on fire. You know where they get thrown into the fiery furnace. Will you come out now? That's from Phil, what's his called? Phil Phillips. Hey, Larkwood. Hi. How are you? Have you got to where you're going? Where did you say you were going? Yeah. Yes, that's so true. That's what kept me going in some of my hardest times. I knew if I could just focus on helping others not get to the depressed, dark place that I was, I would be able to keep going. Yeah. And that's what like my channel is about, And so that's why like I was kind of happy to look at it, that because like my most viewed video is me in the pool back there. And then the second one is like, what is the second one? But for this week, my most viewed video is what the bullies taught me. And I'm like, okay, I'm happy about that because this is what I want my channel to be about, helping people and not just, the food is okay. So I say like, feed your body, feed your soul, and maybe could get that put up on my banner or something. But, so yeah, this week, which one is it? My top video, it's got 504 views, is they taught me who my real friends are. I'm like, which one is it? I don't know. Because I'm doing a series on what the bullies taught me, and also they might be a narcissist if. So my top video right now because it's always a short. It's never my very long videos, but I was excited about that live going to 126 because like recently none of my lives go, above 60 views. And I was just like, what is this? Like, God, what did I do? So like I can do it again. and so I was excited that my top video right now is that one, what the bullies taught me. Because if I go to let's go to and so it is getting better. So my second 662. So if I go to the last year, my top video is Freya's little hand doing it's the 19th, Merry Christmas, and we're opening the little chocolates for the calendar, for the Christmas Advent calendar, and that was my top in the last year. That has 2,423 views. But he might be a narcissist if he sings it's hard to be humble when you're as handsome as me, when you're perfect in every way, or whatever. What my dad used to sing. It's a Mac Davis song. So that's number 2. And so that's more like what I want my channel to be about, is helping people. I mean, the food too, but it was funny when I first started out. You want to know what my first intermittent connection? Okay. Yeah, but still my lives every week, if you look back at them, they usually get up to, this will get more after, it says there's 5 watching now. Thank you all for being here. But more will watch it later, like in the next 24 hours or whatever. But the one from not this last Monday, but the Monday before, I think it was the 29th or something. I'm trying to think, what day was that? I don't know. Let me look at a calendar. Wait. It was July. It was the end of July. It was July 29th. So that day, that one got to 120. Not that day, but later on afterwards, the views afterwards got to 126. So yeah. So sometimes you never know. That's why I just keep doing videos. I think of a video and I do it, and just see how it goes. But my first viral video was I cooked a turkey breast before I came here. I came here to Denver, is where I first went in my RV from St. Louis, and I cooked turkey. Oh, it's a bit. I'm almost to 2 hours, but I started late, so. Yeah, that's basically the. And my dad would do things. He's like a musician like me, so he's into songs and lyrics and stuff. And so, that Billy Joel song, I love you just the way you are. He says to my mom, I love you just the way you were. Because they're all old. I'm like, you're such a brat, Dad. I put a picture up of my dad and I at my wedding in 1986. Maybe I'll put that on my community tab. I'm not as good looking as I used to be, but it's interesting. Oh, did I share that video? Yeah, my top video right now. Let me show you the one that was. Let me see. If I go to Lifetime, my first, now I've got the one I went. Let me show you in the Slinky. And then pork enchiladas, and it's just like me red jumping rope in an apartment. I'm like, these aren't the things I want my channel. I'm like, come on. I'm like, these aren't helping anybody, but I guess they're entertaining, I'm just kind of embarrassed that the swimming pool one is the top one, but anyways, lots of great songs. Yeah, I love Billy Joel. Honesty is such a. I did a whole poem based on Billy Joel songs, because the night I met Mario, and I never thought I would want a St. Louis boy. Like, I don't need a St. Louis boyfriend. I'm never gonna live in St. Louis, okay? God had other plans, but anyways, when I got locked out of my car at the Joyce Meyer conference, and I didn't meet Billy Joel, but I met Mario. There was a Billy Joel concert in St. Louis. So, and now here I am walking the streets with a homeless girl, looking for my car that I lost. And yeah, I made a whole poem. And I'm like, so I can still decide if I am going. It's a good poem though. I might, if I'm going to put that poem in my read poems when I edit it. which I need to do, which I need to get to editing it. So the Slinky, let me share with you the Slinky video. This is at my daughter's, and I gave them a Slinky, and she's like, I don't want it. She right away goes, I want to put it down the stairs. And I'm like, I'm going to film you. Because I usually didn't do any videos I don't want to be that person that, I don't want to feel like, I have the one video of them planting the lavender, and it is doing well. But that's really the only one I have of my daughter and my grandbaby, Freya, because I don't want to be that. I don't want to be like I'm exploiting my grandbabies. My ex would definitely get on to me about that. He probably already says that though, but anyways. One video, okay. But the one just with her little hand, but I mean, like the one just with her little hand getting the chocolate out of the advent calendar for Christmas, that just shot up to 2,000 videos. So it's funny. And then how to dry your hands at the Munich airport. Oh, I remember one time, like you never would know like what's gonna take off. I go rev my engine at I go check on my RV because I was 7 months, out of my RV, and it was at the storage. Well, 6 months, and then I sold it. Yeah. And I would go rev the engine, and I filmed it, and then it shoots up to 2,000 views. I'm like, what? Like, that's crazy. And it's like probably more than that now. I don't know. Or maybe it's 1,500. I'm not sure. Let me see. But the first one that took off was just the turkey sizzling. It was when they started doing shorts, right? It was the turkey sizzling in the oven. It was insane. Here it is. It's at 1,334. So funny. Turkey sizzling shorts. So this was in 2020. My first popular, let me share it on my community tab. So that was funny. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, it's ASMR. I didn't even know what that was at the time, but that's why people like that. I don't know. But it was my first, like, popular video. So it was all cooking videos. So that's why I kept doing the food videos. But I really wanted to, I really wanted for my poetry and my other videos to get more popular. And so, yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to pray for you all and let you go because I've gone 2 hours now. Almost 1 hour and 59 minutes and 51 seconds. All right. I made a list. So Anyways, I'm trying like the little engine that could. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can, because my watch time was going down. And hi, Judy. I'm just about to pray for y'all, and I'll pray for you too. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting my channel. And yeah, I'm hoping my watch time will start going up again, but it's like it's at least moving like in the right. It's like doing the 2 steps forward, 1 step back thing right now, It's still, when I look at it every day, it's like still like going down some days and then it'll go up, whereas before I got my lifeguarding job, it was going steadily up. And then when I stopped not making as much videos, when my job started to burn me out, it started going down. So, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We'll start out praying for you then. Dear Lord, please be with Judy and comfort her at the loss of her sister, Lord, and her family and all of her sister's family, Lord. Thank you for the hope we have of heaven, Lord, and we don't even know, we can't even imagine how wonderful it will be, Lord. I often think of my loved ones there and just what a wonderful time I know they're having. And I just pray that you will comfort Judy and all of her family with those thoughts of her sister in heaven. And I pray you'll be with Valentina, Lord, and bless her mother and her father-in-law and her husband. And thank you for the time they're having at the mountains. And I pray we'll be able to talk soon. I pray you be with her. Please be with Christina. And thank you for her support of my channel. And I pray you bless her and her family. And that you'd guide her and be with her. Please let me know of any specific prayer requests y'all have. And dear Lord, please be with Mary and help her with her car. And I pray you help her with her renovations. Please bless Glenn and be with him and his family. And just pray that you would guide him in his life, be with him. And I pray for Bren and that you would be with her as she cares for her mother, that you bless her mother, give her mother's doctors wisdom, and that you would heal her mom, if that be your will, Lord. And I pray for Betty and her family and her kids and her grandkids, and that you would be with them and bless them. And I pray for my kids and my grandkids, and I thank you for them, Lord. I pray that they would know that you love them, that you're real. And I pray that they would know that I love them, Lord. And I pray you keep them safe and protect them and watch over them and guide them in their lives, and that they would seek your guidance. And we pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Oh, Lord, I pray that that Bren's mom's oncology appointment goes well tomorrow. You know what's good that my mom would do, and that my sister-in-law would, because my sister-in-law had breast cancer, would do is make a list. make a list of all the things you want to ask. Get with your mom and make a list, friend. Lord, I pray that that appointment goes well tomorrow, Lord, and that you would be with Bren and her mom and give her the doctor's wisdom and knowing the right thing. Pray in Jesus' name. Amen. I pray for Judy's dog, Lord, that you would help him in getting around, or help her in getting around. And we know you love the animals, Lord, too, as much as we do. And we thank you for our pets. And I don't have any pets right now, but I know that they're special, and that you would that you care for even our animals, Lord. And I pray that you would be with Judy's dog, Lord. Thanks for praying for us. Oh, I'm glad. I'm hoping it's helpful. I'm hoping so. Yes. God bless all of you. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do, and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Good night. I'll see you all on Friday, okay? Friday at 5:30. Right. Love you. Good night.